Good evening, everybody. Hope that you're well, and welcome to tonight's Bitcoin live stream, where we are going to be going over the price drop that we are seeing right now, where this is likely to bottom out, and how I'm approaching this chart right now. I think you're joining me tonight because you're after the most professional technical analysis in the cryptocurrency space right now. There is no Moonboy stuff in this video. There's no crazy massive predictions. It's just real analysis from a real trader. So if you're looking forward to that, you can give this video a like down below. That really helps with obviously all the YouTube algorithm. It shows me that you're interested, and yeah, we'll be going through the charts tonight. I would say that if you aren't already, you should subscribe and tick the notification bell and make sure you're alerted as soon as we go live on every video, because our videos lately have been very good at predicting some of these moves, let's say. So if you're interested in that, you can obviously give a like. I'm going to start off fairly relaxed. I'm going to say hello to everybody, and then we'll move into the charts. Hello, 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 hello. Good evening, everybody. Hope that you're well. Let's go, mates. Yes. Funny how all the crypto YouTubers have turned from saying 20,000 to 50,000 now. That is pretty funny. This is the only technical analysis channel I pay attention to. Thank you very much. Thank you for the free content. You're absolutely welcome. USA, oh yeah, I guess the USA people are just waking up around now. Well, actually, 7 o'clock. I guess they've been awake for a few. They've probably been awake for at least half the day now. What a trading day. Longs get excited and then get wrecked. Yes, they absolutely did. Smash those likes, folks. Daniel is the only one who called the drop. Yes, if you were liking that video that I made this morning of the warning of the drop, you can give a like to the video. I hope that did help some people. Daniel, the only one who called the pump as well. Yes, we called the pump and then we called the drop. Seems like I'm early. I mean, we got a lot of comments coming in already. I can see this. But yeah, thank you ever so much, everybody. It's honestly a absolute pleasure to be here with you this evening to hopefully help some people out. Yeah, obviously we got the title as massive Bitcoin drop warning, but to be honest, we've already had the 10%. We've already having a 10% drop to the downside, so we're going to approach this in a non-emotional way. You know, what you know, we have to remember that how are we trading these charts? Just as when we were literally longing the very lows at 29,600. You have to remember we were approaching this from a plan, you know, a trading plan. And then when it come up to the highs, you have your trading plan, you have your ideas, you have your technical analysis. And it's like I was saying in this morning's video, I just want to play a clip. Oh, actually, is this, if someone could just make sure that you can actually hear me, okay? Because this looks like it might be lagging. Someone can just confirm that you can hear this, okay? I don't want to carry on if there's lots of lag. And I think we can try and smash this up to, let's try and smash this up to 800 likes. Let's try and smash the likes up to 800. But getting this error. Okay, so everybody's saying it's good. We love you, man. I love you all too. Daniel is gold. Thank you ever so much. Yeah, man, I love this community. We are really good. Look at this. Thank you, Frank. If you appreciate the streams from Daniel, show some love and smash those likes. Let's try and get it to 800 likes. We'll get it started on a good way. But I want to just play this quick clip from this morning's video, just so you can remember what we were looking at here, okay? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, while price was at the very, very, very low of this move, I was taking long positions. Now, when price is at the very high of this move, I've actually taken a short position. I'm not getting really scared at the lows, and I'm not getting really bullish at the highs. Okay, so you can just see I'm not getting really bullish at the highs. I'm trading my charts, and I'm making money right now. I'm making money. That's what we were doing today, then, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think the average person was doing today when we were pumping up here? What was the average person doing? What do you think the average person was doing? I think the average person was extremely bullish. It's obviously not helped from the fact that everywhere you look, everybody's saying, Elon Musk, this is really bullish. Bitcoin to $50,000, Bitcoin to $60,000. People are actually saying Bitcoin's going to $100,000 because of this Elon Musk tweet. So it obviously doesn't help the fact that average Joe is getting absolutely wrecked right now because they've bought into all the FOMO, all the YouTube videos that are all telling them that it's going to the moon. And people aren't aware of these resistances. We were aware we've bumped into weekly resistance. This is our resistance, and we're trading it level to level sort of thing. We were unable to breach the weekly. Then we obviously had our daily just below us, which I'll add back in here. We had our daily, which we had for temporary support. We lost that as soon as we lost the daily. We've seen another nearly 5% move to the downside. So we can acknowledge here, ladies and gentlemen, just as when price was down at the lows, we were not getting really, when price was at the lows, we were not getting really bullish. Sorry, we're not getting really bearish. And when price is up the highs, we're not getting really, let me try and reword this. When price is down at the lows, we were not getting really bearish. And when price is up at the highs, we're not getting really bullish. But the average person down here was getting really bearish. The average person up here was getting really bullish. And you can start to see how this really doesn't work. When you follow the herd like this, the herd mentality, and you remember the fact that 95% of people do lose money, well, I don't think there's massive surprise, really, that average Joe gets kind of wrecked. And I suppose I feel slightly sorry for them because I'm sure they were basing their decisions off of YouTube videos. But, yeah, that's what we can say. So where are we at right now then? We've obviously seen a bit of a drop to the downsides. I think in this video I can highlight to you very clearly where our next really important support is, where the resistance is currently, and then a bigger support if we do get a massive drop to the downsides. So I can highlight to those levels to you in this video. I am personally following one of the best fractals I've ever seen that has aided in predicting the highs. Well, actually, it predicted the low, high, low, and high of this market. This is my bars pattern. This is one that I'm not so keen on sharing in the public video today, if I'm honest with you. This is obviously a fractal that I've been giving to the champions now for literally the past 2 weeks. If you're a champion in the chat, we're not going to share this, but we're going to say, if you are enjoying that fractal, you can smash the likes, because yes, it's actually predicted the low, high, low, and this high of the market. So this is one that I'm debating to share in this public video. I'll see the reception that we get, but that's something to bear in mind. I'll probably share this if I don't share it today in a few days' time with you publicly. But yeah, I want to go over some really important levels nevertheless. So yeah, let's just read a few comments and then we'll begin. So hello. We can look at a crab. We can look at a crab harmonic, see if we got any harmonics. This guy shorted $38,000. Well done. Average Joe did get wrecked. Daniel, today I earned 50 euros thanks to you. I lost 50 euros because of my patience. Today I earned them back. Thank you. You're absolutely welcome. That's what we love to read. It's absolutely what we love to read. If you are the king of trading, you are the king of trading on YouTube. Thank you. I'm not sure why YouTube is now trying to hide your posts, Frank, but I appreciate the support and all the love. So yeah, we're obviously still getting this pullback on the Bitcoin chart. Let me just see. The comments literally go so fast. I can see Trader R can't be shared. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm not really sure whether I want to share the I'm not sure whether I really want to share it in this video, but I don't know, maybe if we get to like 5,000 likes, we'll share it. But a lot of champions are saying don't share it. Please don't share it. Don't share. Yeah, it's kind of really good. But yeah, I'll see how we go. I'm not sure. Unsubscribed from every other crypto channel. This is the only non-financial advice I'll be taking. Oh well, thank you. Well, let's begin here then, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go into a bit of a serious mode. Let's begin with some important levels. I think what I'll do is I imagine this video maybe we'll split it into a few different segments. I suppose we'll start it with a review of how we've got up to here. Then we'll go over the current targets on the Bitcoin chart, which for me are a short target currently. So I'll do review, then we'll go to the targets, and then I suppose we'll do some question and answers. I think that will give us a nice go in tonight's live stream. Okay, I think everybody's going to absolutely love it. So yes, stay to the end where we'll be doing the question and answers if that interests you. So to begin then, I want to remind you all one more time, and this is not me now trying to I suppose it is a little bit. This is a little bit me trying to brag, but also the fact that I just want to emphasize one more time how we have correctly predicted and traded this market, ladies and gentlemen. It all started back a few days ago when we obviously well, this was actually yesterday's video, where I was warning you of the incoming Bitcoin pump. And if you remember, ladies and gentlemen, this was yesterday's video, as you know, that we actually entered our longs at $29,600. So we were obviously long from 29,600, which was this one. So if you remember really well, we were entering these longs off of our confluence of support. And if you remember correctly, this was at a time when everybody was ultra bearish. Everyone was ultra bearish down at these lows. And what we got was our short squeeze to the upside. So we actually managed to squeeze through major targets of this move to overextend almost to the weekly. And I've seen a lot of comments today of people saying this move only happened because of Elon Musk. And I've said to people, you know, you can trade how you ever want to trade. If you want to trade off of a tweet, be my guest. But let me see you make money consistently by trading off the news. My thought process here is show me the charts and I'll tell you the news. I didn't know Elon Musk was going to tweet this. But I did know that this was a good long down here, which was literally the low. As we're literally hitting one of my targets. We'll get over to this in a second. But you can see, show me the chart, I'll tell you the news. I didn't need to know what the news was, but I was ready and waiting for that incoming Bitcoin pump yesterday. We were long. If you know, I recommend everybody that's not already, if you're new here, please go back and watch the videos that I've done recently. This video, I recommend you can watch. Then obviously the next one that we were making was the only analysis you need. During that video that was literally labeled the only analysis that you need right now was me talking about the long position that I was in. We then made the video calling Bitcoin pump incoming targets. Then we talked about the complete delay. Then we talked about the massive warning video of today. And now we're talking about the dump. You can go back and watch these videos to know I'm not changing my mind and things. But yeah, basically we made our way up. We're trading the charts. We're not getting really bullish at the highs. Trading the charts. And then obviously we come up into those targets. We take our shorts and this is where we're up to now then. So let's go over the current support. As you know, this is the support I was also highlighting to you all in today's video. And this is actually going to have slightly changed. So we're going to take it from our last range here. You can see that this point of control. Okay, what I'm going to do is put a little array onto this and show you. This is the point of control. And that's really giving us support down to around 34,600. So we're basically on it. So we're basically on that support right now, aren't we? More or less this region. So if you are, well, I must stress there's no financial advice in this video. I'm never going to tell you what to do with your money. You have to make that decision yourself. I'm not ever going to try and advise anybody what to do. Actually, you know, yeah, I'm just never going to do that. Okay, I'm never going to actually tell you what to do. I just remembered this really funny thing actually. But yeah, I totally advise. Well, I totally say nobody should randomly do anything. But this comment made me laugh. Best non-financial advice ever. That was off of this morning's video, 8 hours ago. Best non-financial advice ever. Daniel, you are truly the best crypto trader on YouTube. I will always interrupt any other video of technical analysis I see when I get a notification. But yeah, that was absolutely funny. But yeah, so there's no financial advice here. But anyway, we're at this support region, which is really going to be coming down to around support of around 34, basically 34,000. So we got this region. So I like to view it as regions. Yes, it's a level, but we do view this as a region of support. And we can really highlight that from where you are right now, I would say, down to this. So I'd say that this is your support box. And so this is based off the point of control of the prior range. You know, so if you are in a short position, I personally think that this is a good take profit zone. Okay, so I know a lot of people and trader are. Guys, if you see Victor in the short from $38,000, if you see Trader R in a short from $37,000, if you see me in the short from $37,000, you see people taking their shorts around here. You see the commonality here of people taking their shorts around 38,000, 37,000, 37,000. Trader R, one of the best traders you're ever going to see, 37,000. Victor, one of the coaches here at Chart Champions, short from 38,000. You know, I personally would say this is a nice take profit level. You can obviously do what you want, but I think this is a good take profit level. Okay. We do have to acknowledge the possibility. Again, we're one of the things we're saying at the moment is price is going to go up, down, or sideways. Price is going to do whatever it wants. We're not here to control price. We're here to trade the highest probabilities. So we're not here to say price is definitely going down. I've titled the video "Massive Bitcoin Dump Warning." This is obviously just a general warning. It's a bit of a a clickbait title. It's nothing serious. What we're saying is price is going to go up, down, or sideways. So if you're in a short, let's say from around that weekly or the daily, or when it lost the channel, because it actually formed a channel here, one of those three would have got you a short. Either the weekly would have got you a short, a loss of the daily would have got you a short, or a loss of the channel would have got you a short. The only people that would not be short right now are moon boys that don't know how to trade, because you lost the sideways channel, which was a short. You lost the daily was a short. And if you were very aggressive, you had the weekly as a short. I truly believe the only people that are not short right now are the people that don't know how to trade. So if you do know how to trade and you are in a short, then I truly believe that this is a take profit level. Obviously, price can do one of three things here. It can retrace back up. And if that's the case, you will thank yourself for taking profit. Price will go sideways. Well, that's fine. You can still have taken profits here. You can move your stop loss down, or price will continue to dump to the downside. But the case that we're looking at here is by taking profits, whatever happens, if you manage to secure one of the three shorts from the range being lost, from the daily being lost, or the weekly being lost, you are 100% guaranteed profits, whatever happens. You see how nice that position is to be in? You can say right now, I will take a percentage of profit, and whatever happens now, price can go down, left, or, price can go up, down, or sideways, and whatever happens, I am going to make money. Now, can you start to see how that's going to remove the emotion out of your trades? You can start to see how you can make some really well-informed decisions. I really hope that you can see that. So that's why we take profits. You might be in the position of thinking, oh, I don't want to take profits here because what if it goes down even lower? What if it goes down even lower? You got to pay yourself at some point. Just like the people, I'll show you this post. Just like here, I want to show you. Oh, so this is the fractal that I'm on about, by the way, that I'm thinking, not sure if I share publicly. But the fractal is too nice, which aligns with the weekly. Worth the short here for me. Longs closed trading the chart. So I totally closed every single long position that I was in at the weekly level. So you can see how I didn't get emotional. Price could have continued up here, and I could have been wrong. But guess what? I was accepting that is possible. So just as I literally closed every single long position that I was in up here, and I closed literally every single short position that I was in down here. Let's repeat that. I closed every single short that I had down here, and I closed every single long that I had up here. What I'm saying is now we don't have to close all of it because we're in the middle of the range. We're back in the middle. You get really bullish at the lows and bearish at the highs, but the middle here, You can obviously be a bit more, I wouldn't close 100% of my position. Let's just say that, take profit percentage. That means you just close a percentage of the trade. But what we're saying here is, the only trade I hold now is short. But what I'm saying here is basically, we're not holding positions forever. We're not scared of taking profits, thinking, what about if I take profits and it just continues to, that just doesn't matter. You can compound, you can compound it back on. What we're doing is we're protecting ourselves. This is a support zone. So when price hits the support zone, we take profits. Okay. We're not holding forever. We're not one of these people that say never short Bitcoin. I had comments today from people saying, I don't know whether I should call people out, but I guess it doesn't. I guess it's allowed. I'm not going to call people out. You can just look at the comments yourself from today's video. I had people in my YouTube comments section today saying, oh my God, you're so stupid for shorting Bitcoin. Never short Bitcoin. What, this guy doesn't know what he's on about. I had so many people trying to troll me today from shorting, apparently saying that I didn't know what I was doing and I should never short Bitcoin. These sort of people right now are the people that are absolutely wrecked. In the nicest way possible. They've got to be wrecked because they were buying up at the highs. And they're probably people that don't use stop losses. You could have bought up here. I actually scalped longs up here. I was scalping along 37,300. I scalped along today. Okay. And I actually scalped it off of this SR flip. Okay. Really simply, resistance into support. So you can, obviously you can scalp longs up here. But imagine this is the thing. You scalp along here. It comes up to the target. And then instead of closing, I'm like, let's just hold on to the long, it will bounce back. Let's hold on to the long, it will bounce back. Let's hold on to the long, it will bounce back. And now, you're in a massive loss. It's absolutely insane, isn't it? So I just need to emphasize that it's very important. In my opinion, it's very important. I'm just trying to give you a sensible perspective here, basically. Yeah, so that's the way that I'm viewing it at the moment. I believe this is our support zone. I feel that this is a good place to take profits. Yes, price can definitely come down lower. I wouldn't mind. But all I'm saying is, it's a sensible place to take a little bit off. Let it go, Just take a little bit, you got to pay yourself. I see people saying this is the best fractal in the world. Loving the fractal confirmed. Best fractal in the world. This is a fractal if you're interested. That was posted in the Champions group today. Well, actually, it was posted in the Champions group literally about 2 weeks ago. And it helped actually time highs, lows, and highs of the market. Not that I want to shill it too hard, but it was pretty epic. But yeah, was continuing the dump here. Literally, the video was called Massive Bitcoin Dump Warning. Since we've started this video, we are actually down in price 3.5%. That's absolutely crazy. Hopefully everybody has liked that. But I reckon, yeah, there's right. So I suppose what should we do now? Should we move on to the bigger term targets for if we do get a massive dump to the downside? Start to look at that. Obviously, again, I want to highlight that this for me is a take profit. So this is a take profit zone. It means you've got to pay yourself. So even if we go down towards these lower price targets, you've got to accept it and just pay yourself, basically. Non-financial advice. But yeah, this for me, the reason why I'm saying we got to pay ourselves, because you could obviously get the bounce from here. This is an area that you could get the bounce from, to be totally honest with you. So that's why I think it's important to pay yourself, basically. But yeah, I'd like to actually share a post from Mike here. And I think this is a brilliant post, actually. I'll read it out. We got rejected at the weekly, and now we are also below the daily. Medium-term time frame support for me now lost and will stay short until the weekly is reclaimed. I am confident because I spend a lot of time doing analysis and building a plan for scenarios ahead. I had alert set, position size calculated, and invalidation of my trade. That is why I could be confident in taking the short trade. Okay, saying that he doesn't get blinded by random people. If he has his risk management on point, he knows exactly what he's going to lose before he takes the trade, potentially lose if he's wrong. And then what he says here, one thing, this is my favorite post here. I want to emphasize this really big. Okay, one thing I will say that I think can be beneficial for you all. If you would run a business, would you take bad deals? Trading is similar to running your own business. In order to grow your business, you must seek out the best deals while keep your risk at a minimum. If you are the CEO of a company, would you run around and make deals left, right, and center without having a solid plan? Well, if you run around and make bad deals in a business, your business is going to go bankrupt pretty fast. The same in trading. If you don't pay yourself, if you take poor trades, you're going to get liquidated very fast and lose all your capital. That's why at Chart Champions we say trading is a business, and if you don't treat trading as a business, and if you don't treat trading seriously, you're going to blow up your account. You're going to lose all your money if you don't take trading seriously. If you start going around thinking Elon Musk is going to pump this to $50,000, you're going to lose all your money. If you see people getting bearish at the lows because of a death cross, you're going to lose all your money. So what we're saying is trading is a business. You got to take only the best trades. You got to have a plan. Mike had his plan. He took a short. Well, he's actually made money right now. So well done to Mike. I want to shout him out. I also will tell you all his Twitter account in case you'd actually like to go follow Mike. Obviously, Mike is a coach at Chart Champions. Okay, so he's a coach here at Chart Champions. Really great guy. That's his Twitter if you want to go and follow him. Mike Chart Champions with his little leaf. But yeah, that's Mike, and I just want to emphasize his words there. It's very, very, very important in our viewpoint of trading these charts. Okay, you got to treat trading seriously. It really is a business. So yeah, well done to Mike, because that was a big weekly resistance. It really was. Made our way down here already from that weekly resistance, 10%. I mean, come on, we've made our way 10% from that weekly. Who else was calling that weekly today? Who else knew that was resistance? Please tell me who else was calling that today. Yeah, man, I don't know. I just get really proud. I must say, I am very proud. I love it. You know, I absolutely love it. But yeah, that's where we're pulling back to. But you can see we're starting to try and get a bounce here. So we are trying to get a bounce, and this is the reason why we're into that point of control box. So please remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is our POC box to the high volume. So this is the box where you could potentially get the reversal. Okay, so this is a very important box of support because it could signal a reversal. That's why you got to pay yourselves. Really is very important that. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk you through in this section. And now I'd actually like to show you this. What I'll say is I'm gonna share something with you that's really, really, really important. What I'll say is let's get this to 1,500 likes. I know I'm like whoring myself out for the likes. I love it. I absolutely do. I do love it. Let's get that to 1,500 likes, and I'll show you the reason right now of the importance of knowing what the bigger trader's doing and what the smaller trader's doing. And then we'll look at that live in the time to get our knowledge base built up of, is the bigger trading buying right now, or is the bigger trader selling right now? I will tell you exactly who's buying and who's selling right now. Is it somebody with millions and millions of dollars, or is it somebody in retail with $100? I'll tell you right now what's happening when we get that to 1,500 likes. Pump the likes, everybody. Pump the likes, 1,500. I'll tell you exactly who's buying right now. That not many people are going to know what's happening. I will tell you who's buying. Is it multimillionaires buying right now? Or is it retail buying right now? I'll tell you what the multimillionaires are doing. I'll tell you what retail is doing. And then I'm going to tell you how amazing this information really is. And we will look at that on stream live together right now. Who is buying this? Is it a multimillionaires buying the price to pump it back up? Or is this retail buying here to get destroyed as we dump down lower? That's the information that we will look at together right now. I will give you that information when we hit 1,500 likes. Oh, boy. Give me those likes. But yeah, we're obviously at that point of control, so it is a pretty interesting level. What I found interesting was the funding rate as well today. The funding rate obviously went really high at really high at the highs, which was pretty insane. It was pretty insane. Like the funding rate, I'll show you this. Yeah, The funding rate when we were up at high 0.2, this was 0.2% funding rate. I mean, come on. That's absolutely crazy. 0.2% funding rate. People got so bullish at that high, man. People got so bullish at those highs. That's literally insane. It really is insane. People have got so wrecked on this drop. Literally, people have got so wrecked. Look at that funding rate, ladies and gentlemen. 0.2% on Bybit, 0.1% on Binance, 0. I mean, nobody trades on BitMEX anymore. I don't even know why they have this. Yeah, look at that on Bybit and Binance. Really extremely high funding rates. That shows us that people got extremely bullish up at those highs. So I feel a lot of people are feeling the pain right now. People are feeling the pain. And they're unfortunately, a lot of people are getting wrecked. People want me to sing bottom in. Cool. So we have hit 1,500 likes. That was quick. That was good. I'm happy. I'm happy now. So what I want to show you here, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to show you some really important statistics here. I want to show you what was happening up at the weekly. Retail were FOMO buying the high while the bigger traders were selling. This was posted at 3 o'clock today, obviously several hours ago. I was able to see that retail were FOMO buying while the bigger traders were all selling. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Bigger traders with their millions of dollars were all selling at the highs while retail were fully FOMO buying. What does that sound good to you? If your small fish are all buying and the bigger traders that know what they're doing are all selling, does that sound bullish to you, or does that sound bearish to you? Literally, retail are all FOMO buying the high. The bigger traders are all selling. And now I'm going to show you what's happening right now on the Bitcoin chart. Let me just show you this once more. We come up to the highs. Look at the sell orders here of the people with millions of dollars. The $1 million traders are all selling. Retail is full on FOMO buying. Ladies and gentlemen, can we just please appreciate this information right now? That is extremely important. We came to the highs and all we saw were retail FOMO buying while the bigger traders with their multi-millions of dollars were selling. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but if you're the retail, you've got absolutely destroyed, because your smaller positions, which for you might be a lot of money, but the $100,000, $200,000, $100,000 positions, you know, they're all wrecked at the moment. They're all absolutely wrecked. And look how much they were buying. They were buying so much at those highs. But your bigger traders, they were selling all of this. So when you got that swing failure pattern of the weekly, you obviously came up for your swing failure pattern. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but all you saw was retail buying, and you actually saw your multi-million dollar traders selling all of it. It's very unfortunate for retail, it really is, but they've got absolutely wrecked, because we can see from the data, the statistics, the evidence that retail were FOMO buying while your multi-million dollar traders were all selling. That's a bit unfortunate, I suppose, for the people that didn't have that information, because it was very key as we see a 10% pullback in price. Massive. You can see people are actually still selling. Your bigger traders are still selling right now. Okay, the FOMO's dying off here. People are not starting to buy as much on the lower end. The bigger traders, though, are literally still selling right now. So your bigger traders are literally still selling as we speak right now. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We're still moving down on the charts. The chart is still going down, and we are still seeing selling from your multi-million dollar traders. They're wrecking retail right now. They really are. You know, price is continuously being forced down here as the bigger trader is absolutely wrecking retail. They are absolutely destroying them because they got very bullish up at the highs. And unfortunately, when you trade the news, when you trade these sort of pumps, you almost deserve to get wrecked, so you learn your lesson. I hope that people have learned their lesson to not get bullish up at the highs and trade with the bigger trader, because they got it right once again. Your traders that know what they're on about were shorting up here. Retail absolutely wrecked as they try to long this. Unfortunately, that's the way the market goes. Bigger traders are still selling right now as we speak. They're still piling in the shorts. I do feel sorry for the retail that are not having this information, as look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We're still moving down right now as the Bitcoin chart, as we're speaking. Since the start of this video, we've moved down 4.44%. Ladies and gentlemen, if this video has helped you in any way, shape or form, I really appreciate when you smash up those thumbs, when you smash up those likes, when you share this video with your friends, with your family, with everybody. We have not only been able to predict the exact low on the Bitcoin chart, we've been able to predict the exact high. If you feel that this information could save people, then you can do a nice thing and share this video out to your friends, to your family, to people that need this information, because let's be honest, we're making this content to help people. We're not here for the shilling. We're not here for the moon boy stuff. We're here for the real content. You're here for a real professional technical analyst. And that's what we're giving you today. This is the information that we were giving you when we were predicting the lows, and then when we were warning you up at these highs. As we're actually just hit the very low of our support box, ladies and gentlemen. We've just hit the low of the magic support box. So this is a little bit interesting, obviously, but yeah, we literally saw together there, ladies and gentlemen, that your bigger traders have been forcing price down here. Very, very good. Okay, that's absolutely incredible to see this. I hope you've enjoyed seeing that live in the time. So we've seen a 5% decrease in price since we put out the warning of the massive drop incoming. And, you know, that's just something to bear in mind there, ladies and gentlemen. We obviously closed the longs. I went into scalping mode, so I was actually taking longs and shorts. I took a lot of trades today. But we obviously saw the key information that FOMO trying to buy the high, retail buying trying to buy the high. Yeah, that's just something that I think it's really important to remember. You don't want to get into this FOMO. You got to have a plan. If you do not have a plan, your plan is to fail. Okay? If you do not have a plan, your plan is to fail. So make sure you have a plan next time. Yeah, that's what I found pretty interesting anyway. Still seeing a lot of selling going on here. Okay. We are on the 5-minute chart, but yeah, there's your bigger traders are still selling at the moment. Okay, they are actually still selling as we speak. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, they're still selling and price is still going down. But you can see here your multi-million-dollar traders are still selling on the charts. So until that kind of stops, you might want to take a bit of care. But we can actually see right now that your multi-million-dollar traders, that they've been selling all of this. They really have. They have been selling all of that. Crazy, no? Pretty crazy. Look at this, yeah. This is from the Chart Champions group. 1,000% profit. Another short from 37,000. Victor taking profits off his $38,000 short. Another short from 36,800. Oh, you have to do this to you have to go on the Bybit app. Not happy with my trading. Then I found Chart Champions and started learning for real. Turned previous losses into profits and paid for my membership onwards and upwards. Absolutely amazing. Look, his P&L used to be very minus. He was at one point down $1,000, and now he joined the membership and he's made himself up $1,000 profit. That's really brilliant. Another short here from $38,100. We've been doing very well. These are some of the Vector. When Vector enters a position, $38,000. I mean, that's pretty insane. Another guy, he was negative $38,000. He joined us and now he's seen 0.3 Bitcoin profits while he was before down 38 grand. I mean, come on, this is absolutely insane, isn't it? Oh, Doltex. Long from 32 grand, closed at 34. Doltex was short from 38 grand. Ladies and gentlemen, do we remember Doltex, the most legendary trader you're ever going to see? 38 grand short. Absolutely insane, no? Doltex, guy to pay attention to. Just look at this. Lots of shorts. Lots of shorts going on. There was another short. Yeah, that was obviously pretty insane. Look at this guy, Patrick, is absolutely killing it. But yeah, people have been doing very good in these recent weeks. Thanks, Daniel. Today, $1,000 in 2 hours, more than my daily income from current job. That's amazing, man. That's just absolutely amazing. Yeah, I love to just read through this sometimes and just be like, wow, we are absolutely killing it. Anyway, bringing it back, we can still see price dropping here. We can still see the whales are shorting right now. Bigger traders with their multi-millions all short right now. Retail literally are getting destroyed. Let's be totally honest. See this come in. What would you say? What would you say how far it would drop? I will cover that. We'll cover that. Okay. We will cover where this is likely to drop towards. Okay. The only FOMO buying you should be doing is for the Chart Champions membership. I actually just want to stress that I do not want people joining the group that are after signal calls, because this is not the group for it. Like, Chart Champions is for education. If you want to learn, if you want to take it seriously, like, Chart Champions is the best educational space in the group, in the whole of the space. But we're not a signals group, so we're not going to be telling you to buy and sell. But what we will do is give you nice information. You know, you saw Mike's really good post about his short position. We obviously will give you updates like this, but I want to say that the focus is on education. So if you want to learn how to read this, if you want these templates, if you want like to learn about the Eagle sessions, if you want to learn about how to read volume, how to know that this was a weekly, you know, if you want to learn to mark out your weeklies, mark out your key supports, we were literally timing the lows and highs. If you want to get the fractal, all of this is obviously for the educational side of Chart Champions. And if you want to learn, we want to see you succeed. But if you just want to know signal calls, then it's just not the group for you. I actually would prefer you not to join. So if you only want to be really lazy, if you want to be just lazy, and you just want to say, tell me, I'm going to say it's not for you, and I do not want you to join the group. But if you are determined to do something with your life, if you're determined to actually see yourself succeed and put in some effort, then we are more than happy to help you. Okay, so we're more than happy to help you if you want to help yourself. If you do not want to help yourself and you just want to be the gimme, this is not for you, and I have no interest in helping you. I only want to help the people that actually want to help themselves. So if you're in a rut and you're losing lots of trades, you know, and you want to turn yourself around by learning, you know, we're here to help you in that regards. So I just want to make that clear as I see a lot of people talking. But thank you, Daniel. I'm really enjoying Contenders starting on Monday. Really have a lot to learn. Yeah, I think you'll absolutely love it, to be fair. I think you absolutely will. Anyway, so let's go back to, then people want to know the bigger targets here for if we continue to drop. So let's cover some of the bigger targets then. Well, we're nearly at 2,000 likes. If we can get this to 2,000 likes, I'd absolutely love you all. If you are happy because we have managed to help you over the last few days, you know, you can give the video a like, you can share the video with your friends. What I love to say at the moment is this is absolutely hilarious. But what you can do, ladies and gentlemen, is if you're enjoying the content, if you're liking this, you can click on share. You can copy the link and you can share this on Facebook. You can share it on Twitter. And if you're feeling very generous, you can send it to your grandma and granddad and mum and dad and brother on email right now. If your mum texted you a month ago saying, I've seen Bitcoin going up in price, I want to invest, you can copy this link and you can email her the link right now and say, go and watch the Chart Champions stream. But yeah, it's all good. It's all fun and games. It really is. But yeah, also if you're enjoying, obviously you can give a like to the video, turn it blue, and yeah, we'll go over some of the bigger term targets here because I think people are going to be very interested in it. We are now from the highs of this move down 12% in a day. It's absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing. 12% down now. That's so good. What I will say before we move on to the targets, let me just remind you one thing, ladies and gentlemen, of what was happening. Okay, so let me just see. As we're trying to get the bounce underway, we'll take another look at what the bigger traders are doing. Are they going to actually be buying this right now? Or are they going to be continuing to sell? It looks like we could be getting a bounce, I would say. It looks like we could start to get this bounce underway. So this is obviously interesting. Yeah, so we're starting to see a little bit of a shift in position. So basically now a lot of people are starting to take profits, actually. So yeah, you are actually starting to see some. I just need to manage some of my trades a second. But you are starting to see some people take profits, okay? So this is something that I like to bear in mind when, you know, you kind of want to just think to yourself, okay, you know, you got the footprint charts to basically see what's the bigger trader doing, and if you can like follow along with them, then it's, you know, it's obviously beneficial. Although everybody knows that I counter traded Bybit. If you're in the Champions group, you know I counter traded Bybit and won. We beat Bybit. You know, that was pretty funny. So I just need to manage this really, really quickly. Give me 2 minutes and I will be back with you all. I'm just debating what to do at this. Bear with 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I am not going away. I just need to manage something here on this trade. So you're starting. Oh, baby. Okay, cool. Right. Yeah. So what we can do now is we'll start to look at some of the bigger targets for. I suppose we will look at it in all ways. Again, we're not going to say 100% certainty, but we are actually seeing a lot of people taking profits here. And this obviously can start to get a bounce underway. So this is something I'm actually very interested in. The low of this, I'm going to remove this. This low is coming in at, this low coming in right now at 33,489. If you remember that we actually had a support of 33,300, and I think that people that were trading that have actually started to take profits again. So you can kind of see this on your bigger traders now are actually taking profits. So this for me is actually now a really, 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 really important level, because you're actually starting to see a shift in the positions. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we'll start to go over this. If we actually do now see a bounce to the upside, where we could be looking for, because you're actually starting to see the shift. First time I've seen. So if we get a bounce, we'll cover that. If we continue to drop, we'll cover that. So if you're looking forward to that, that's what we're going to be going over next. I will say one more time, the only way you can make money trading is if you have a plan. If you are getting really bearish down at the lows, you're going to lose money. If you're getting really bullish up at the highs, you're going to lose money. The only way you can actually long near lows and short near highs is by having a very good plan. Okay, there's one thing that I want to bring to your attention here, and that was that when we were at the lows on the 27th, what you saw on YouTube was a lot of people very bearish. You were seeing a lot of people talking about the death cross. You were seeing a lot of people warning you that we were going to be seeing a red drop in price. You were seeing people talking about $20,000. Okay, so on that day, on the 27th there, you actually saw a very big bearish sentiment across the cryptocurrency community. Everybody was very, very bearish, apart from ourselves who were warning you of the squeeze that was incoming. So while everybody was really bearish down at the lows, we were looking for the short squeeze to actually come back up in price. We obviously started to see that, and we exceeded all targets on this coming up to the weekly. But then, ladies and gentlemen, everyone was bearish while we were taking our longs at 29,000. Today, what happened? We came up to the highs. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, on YouTube, they say a big pump is incoming. Look at this. Every YouTube channel that you would have looked at today, green, urgent move, Bitcoin to $50,000. Elon Musk is buying, apparently. Pump it to the moon. This is my new crazy, everybody pumping. There's me saying massive Bitcoin warning. Please, ladies and gentlemen, if you appreciate me keeping this content real, you can see I was the only YouTuber warning people of the drop. While everybody was really bullish up at the highs, I was warning you of this move to the downside. While everybody was really bearish at the lows, I was the only one warning of the incoming squeeze. That was obviously the short squeeze. Again, that was posted while we were at the lows. As you'll know, we were longing $29,000 and we were shorting the $38,000. We have timed the lows and the highs. While everybody else was really bearish, we were bullish. While everybody else was really bullish, we were really bearish. So that's what we have going on right now. Please take care with some of these things that you read, because they are, statistically, we can say lots of them today were really bullish when you should have been bearish, and lots of them were really bearish when you should have been bullish. So please bear that in mind. Please take a little bit of care as we have started to come down here. Again, this is the non-financial advice. We're never going to tell you what to do, but not my words, but best crypto trader you are going to see on YouTube. So we're actually starting to see this bounce get underway. Okay, we started to see the first change potentially in price, and we look at this. You see this? As soon as we saw the shift in positions, we've already bounced 2.63%. Who are the whales controlling this market? But yeah, what we're saying is here is the first time you actually saw the traders shifting their positions. Is the first time you've got this nice bounce actually of already 2.8%. Okay, this was the first signal that we saw of the shifting in positions. Literally, that was the first time we saw it shifting, and we've already bounced 2.8%, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, that's amazing. I was warning you that they were starting to shift their positions at those lows. So just bear that in mind. They are starting to shift their positions, and we've, already 2.7% up. But yeah, so what I'll go over here is now some of the bigger moves. So if let's not pay attention to this so much, but let's just say if we start to lose support, we'll look, we're going to say we'll look down. We start to regain resistances, then we can look to the upside. So I'm going to give you both factors on this. I'm going to give you both factors so you be prepared for either scenario, because if you only look bullishly, you're probably going to get wrecked when it goes down. If you only look bearishly, you're going to get wrecked when it goes up. So you want to trade the charts. Basically, what I want to show you here, ladies and gentlemen, is if we actually have the move to the downside, we obviously have our next big daily level. So we obviously have, let me reframe this. We have 33,300, in my opinion, support. Let's just say $33,000 is support at the moment. So $33,000 is support. If we lose $33,000, you go to the base of the pump, which is 32,000. And if you lose 32,000, I would actually envision coming back down to 26K. To be honest with you, I could imagine it coming to 26K if we lose those supports. A lot of people got really excited today because you broke this trend line, which is just really funny. But a lot of people were like, oh my God, we've broke the trend line on really high volume. And, that is the thing. Yeah, you did break this on really high volume, but you rejected off a weekly. So just because you broke this on high volume is like one of those things. It doesn't, you have to still bear in mind of what, what's actually happening here with the bigger traders, because retail thought this was a really bullish breakout today and they got absolutely wrecked. So this trend line looks what people were wondering about. But yeah, what you can see here when we bring it up a time frame, you can kind of see we have an important support really, that 33,300, let's just say 33,000. Base of the pump is 32,000. And you obviously still do have your key support there of 29,600. What I would say, the more times that you test support, the weaker it gets. The more times you test this, the weaker it gets. More likely is to get a big breakdown. But until that happens, it's support. So really, you might want to write this down. I'm just going to say, I could say 33,300, but I'm just say, you can write this down. 33,000. You lose this, you got 32,000, which is the base of the pump. And if you lose that, you got your key support level there of 29,600. $29,600 base of that pump. Okay. If you lose that, obviously you got that 26,000. You got that $22,000. Obviously pretty important support levels, I would say. I would say they're pretty important support levels. I'm just going to try and see what's happening right now still. Okay, cool. So okay, yep. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we come down here, then it looks like it's very likely that we're going to be revisiting those levels that I've just mentioned. If we do get a big reversal to the upside and people actually decide to, again, this is taking profits. If people actually decide to buy, then obviously we can look towards the upside again. The buys are not happening. It's just a lot of taking profits. But yeah, if we do suddenly start to get buys, you've got to react. Then obviously, well, really your daily there, no surprise, 36,661. Your weekly there, 38,221. If we obviously break these two key levels now, yeah, I mean, I kind of would be under the perspective that we go all-time highs. To be fair, you know, you have to remember I'm not a perma bull and I'm not a perma bear. I will trade longs at lows, I'll trade shorts at highs, and I just trade the chart. I have no bias of where I trade, really. I don't care longing, I don't care shorting. I'll just trade whatever the chart gives me. Literally trading the chart. But yeah, I'm not totally biased one way or the other. I will literally just do what the chart tells me. So if we start to reclaim these resistances, then yeah, I think we can go all-time high. So you're obviously 33,661 resistance, 38,221 resistance. Obviously. But above that, you got that 41,500. If you clear that, then yeah, I would say, yeah, you probably literally do go to $50,000, $60,000. The thing that you have to bear in mind that, yeah, people might be right and maybe we do go to $60,000, but the likelihood is if you bought today up at the highs expecting $60,000, $50,000, the most likelihood is you're either liquidated now or you're closing. So even if those people get it right and we do go to 60K, because we just saw a 12% dump prior to the pump, most people are liquidated. Most people are wrecked right now. They're going to miss the move if it happens. So, you know, yes, of course, we might still go to $60,000, but the most likelihood is the people that we're expecting are liquidated right now because we just had a 12% move to the downside. They've most probably lost all their money. So they're not even going to be able to participate in the pump if it comes, which is a big shame, I suppose, for them. But yeah, I would say that if we really start to reclaim that, you know, 41 to 40,500, so I just like line this as a key resistance. You know, if you get back above this key resistance, then it's very likely to me that you go to, you know, $50,000, $60,000. You know, that's the way that I'm approaching this. Obviously, I only hold a short at the moment, but the way that I'm approaching this is if we start to reclaim resistances, then I'm going to look for the key, and if we break the key, then I think definitely a new all-time high, $50,000, $60,000, to be honest. Again, if we break our key support, looks pretty bad, and I'd look down towards $26,000 and $22,000. So what I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, is obviously price is going to do up, down, or sideways. Price is going to do one of these three things. I'm not here to tell you what it's going to do. I'm going to be here to tell you, be prepared for each scenario. If it starts to move up, look for longs. If it starts to move down, look for shorts. Or alternatively, trade a range. If it starts to move up, look for shorts. If it starts to move down, look for longs. There's not a correct or an incorrect answer here. The answer is have a plan and stick to your plan. If your plan is to short resistance, brilliant, short resistance. If your plan is to breakout trade, you know, go for it. But we can say that breakout trading is not really a good plan because you would have tried to buy this and you would have got absolutely wrecked today. This is why breakout trading is a bit risky. But if that's your plan, then go for it. You know, who am I to tell you not to do it? So I think the most important thing is price will go up, down, or sideways, but have a plan. Have a plan for if it goes up. Have a plan for if it goes down. Because otherwise you're going to be like a deer in the headlights, frozen, and not know what to do. Okay? Just like when we were obviously looking for the move up, we were taking our shorts. When the move was coming down, we were taking our longs. If you actually remember this one, this is on this section of the chart, where we actually did trade the short here into the long here. Like this was the setup that I gave on the 24th of January in the Chart Champions live stream. We were giving a short and a long. And we literally traded the short here, the high of the move, to the long here, to the low of the move. Obviously, it exceeded targets. So I will show you this. It exceeded my targets. But if you didn't take profit, you obviously, it's already back down below. But you can see here, this was our short. This was our long. This was in the champions live stream, giving the short stop loss and entry and a long stop loss and entry. As you can see, those longs offer $29,576. We were giving those levels before it happened. We managed to short the highs, long the lows, short the highs. We have controlled the market right now. We are controlling the highs, lows, and the highs of the market. So if you're interested in that, I do have another champions live stream on Sunday where I will go over another setup similar to this. So if you want to know my proper plan, obviously I'm giving you every option in this public video. I'm giving you the options of down, up, and sideways. If you want to know exactly how I'll be trading it for the week to come, then obviously I'll do that in the champions live stream. But that's if you're interested in my exact plans of how I will trade it. But yeah, I think the thing to be aware of now is profit taking is happening. We're obviously at that 33,300-ish support. If we start to get a reversal to the upside, I think you look back up towards your daily and weekly, they're still big levels. If you claim them, you obviously look towards your key. And if you claimed out, I believe 50, 60,000, 70,000, you know, I think that would be really bullish. And to be honest, I would be very bullish if we claimed that. Alternatively, we make our way down to the lows where we could look potentially for another bounce off of the key. You can still bounce off of here. So that's obviously 29,600, daily 26, daily 22. This daily 36,600, 38,200. Those are your key levels that you've got today. You're currently bouncing off the point of control. You've got big players now taking profits. So this is a potential bounce zone. Like, let's say if I was in no position right now, would I short? The answer is obviously not. You know, obviously I'm not going to be shorting here because this for me is the bounce zone. So, you know, I would be brain dead and so dumb to short here. This is really dumb trade, isn't it? Like the shorts were had from here, or the breakdown of the channel. Shorting here is dumb. I'm just going to say that shorting now is so dumb. Even if you do think price is going lower, I still feel shorting here is really bad idea. You want to either wait for the support to be lost and go down, or wait for the bounce. But shorting here is very, very, very dumb. That's the one thing that I would stress. Like I would not short after you've just seen a 12% move downwards. Well, you can do what you want. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I would feel this is a bit of a bad time to short because I literally feel we're in the support box. You know, if you lose that, then it's a different story. But yeah, I wouldn't short where we are now. Oh yeah, I got rid of the lemon. Someone gave me advice of get rid of the lemon. To be fair, I do think I maybe overdone it with the lemons. Let me think if there was anything else here that I wanted. Oh yeah, I was going to do some Q&A. I don't have Neo on the stream to help me. I'm not sure how I'm going to manage the Q&A. I think the easiest way... how can we do this? The thing is, on the YouTube chat, it's obviously impossible. I'll probably just field the questions, I suppose, from the Discord. So if you want your question answered, what I'll do is I'll post our Discord invite and you can ask there. It's a little bit easier to ask. So that's the invite. That's obviously completely free. If you want to ask a question, you can ask in Discord. Dan, would you be willing to show people how you compound to an active trade after taking profits? Yes, that's fine. Let me just find an account here that I want to do this on. I need to change around an account because I don't want to do it on this one, but I will do on another. So let's say, for example, let me just do it on this one. Okay, so here is the example. We have the donation by Haymaker, who said, how do you compound a trade after taking profits? Ladies and gentlemen, I'll show you this right now. So this is a scalp position that I took. You can see this short was from $35,300. This is for, again, I'm trading my analysis, putting my money where my mouth is. That's a short position of $750,000. From the short position, which for me was a loss of the channel, from that short position, the question is, let's say I want to take profits. So let's just say I take profits right now of, I don't want to take too much, but I'm just going to say I take $1 profit. If I now have taken profits, let's say I've taken 50% or whatever. If I want to add that back on, what I could do is really simply press sell again. So that's how the most simplest way of profit taking is if you're in a short by buying, you're taking profits. And if I want to add back on, I click sell. And that's essentially compounding. Obviously, if you do this with your limits, then I could say that I want to take profit here. And this is a take profit order. And now let's say that I wanted a compound on a bounce. Then I would do this. It's just going to move a little bit too fast. Let's just try. This moves a bit slower a second. Okay, let's say then that I wanted a compound if we come here. So I have now an order of take profit and I have an order for compounding. So if we come here, I'd take profits. If we come here, I'd compound. So obviously this is a short for $750,000. I would have a potentially, let's say, I don't know, $500 take, $500,000 take profit, $500,000 compound. If it goes down, I take profits. If it goes up, I compound, for example. But that's how you do it, okay? So there's that. So I hope that answers your question, because I guess a lot of people must have had that question. So let me see what we have in here. I suppose I'll probably fill then champions questions. Just reading some of these. This is a pretty good post. What a day. This is from a contender. If you have questions, post it in the Discord. What a day. Managed to get profits with everything learned so far from Daniel and crew. Swing trades till today, then some scalping at the end of the afternoon. All wins based on lessons learned. And then, let me teach you something. When someone invites you to drinks and you accept that invite, don't forget to close your scalp. Or put stop loss, take profit. Lesson learned. I guess he went out for drinks and forgot to put a stop loss. What I've learned over the past few weeks, just silently listening to the public and having an echo by Daniel. When everyone is buying, stay calm. Look at resistance levels, and when one of them tested, go short. Vice versa. When they are selling with support levels, result getting close to only 1 Bitcoin from starting from 0.11. Wow. He's gone from the lessons from 0.11 Bitcoin to 1 Bitcoin. That is absolutely amazing. Well done, mate. That is just, that's the people that I love. I love the people that want to learn, and those are the people that deserve everything, because they're putting in a lot of effort. They're putting in, they have my total respect. Well done, guys. Honestly, just well done. It is really, really, really great. So let's see. Yeah, if champions or contenders have any questions, I'll probably take your questions first. I guess it makes the most sense. If you have a question, write it in like general chat. If not, I'll just do like anyone. So I have a question here from somebody that says, do I hold any long-term trades? And so I do not hodl any Bitcoin. I don't hodl anything. I'm not a hodler. I'm a trader. Oh my, the amount of questions, the amount of like warnings that I had from people saying, Daniel, don't show your position sizes. This is really dangerous. People are like going to come to your house and like try and rob and kill you. I've had so many messages of people warning me that apparently I'm going to get killed. But don't worry. Do not worry for me, because I have security. And if anybody tried to reach my house, they're not going to get very far. Let's just say that. So you do not. I appreciate all the comments of people warning me that I shouldn't show position sizes, but I do have security. So there's for the people that don't know, for the people that do not know this, we obviously, or myself anyway, I've gone through death threats. That's, you know, wasn't even that long ago, about a year ago. We were getting death threats nearly every day. People saying, send me Bitcoin or we're going to come to your house. Because people were like, we're going to come to your house. Basically what happened then is my mum's address got like somehow leaked online and everyone knew where my mum lived. And we had people with like the real address, to be honest. And then they were saying, send Bitcoin or we're going to go to this house and like rob/kill people. And it just got so crazy. Like, this is the downside of social media. And it got crazy. So then we were like, right, we need like proper 24-hour security because this is just insane. You know, people are just so crazy. So yeah, we have security, so you don't need to worry about us. But we've gone through the death threats. We've gone through everything. We've gone through the send me your Bitcoin. We know your address. So yeah, you don't have to worry so much for me anymore. When can we win the hat? Yes, that is true. I want to do a giveaway of the beanie. I want to do a giveaway of the hoodie, and I want to give away of the cap. That is true. Probably I'll do that, I suppose, in the next few videos. Yeah, I'll probably do that in the next few videos, I suppose. Do those giveaways. Because yeah, I've got the stuff here to give it away. How to understand when the trend is reversing? Yes, I'll do this. We need to protect Daniel. Why would anyone want to rob or kill Daniel when it's easier to just join chart champions and learn to make a fortune? Because people are desperate. People are lazy. They'd prefer to try and kill me than learn from me. So yeah, please help me understand how fast when the trend is reversing. Well, actually, a lot of the times the trend is slow to reverse. You see here, the reversal up down here was slow. You know, you formed like that rounded bottom. The reversal up here was also slow. It wasn't like an instant rejection. It wasn't an instant reversal. A lot of these are really slow. Like here, you obviously saw that profit. To be honest, that bounce is still going, by the way. Forming a bit of an ascending triangle there. You caught this like ascending triangle. You're trying to break up from this again. Let me just manage this. I'm just going to do this. Okay. Right. And we're back. So, yeah, I just noticed here you actually had the ascending triangle that's breaking to the upside. So, yeah, a lot of the time you don't need to be really quick because you see that was like a rounded top. This was like a rounded bottom. This here is a little bit more rounded. And so you kind of just see that like this formed an ascending triangle. This formed a channel that broke down. Here you actually had obviously your divergences. So on each time you didn't need to be ultra fast to get into the moves. You just had to look for patterns, trade the pattern, trade your divergence. Obviously at 29,600 we had really nice bullish divergences. Here I would say you form like an ascending triangle. So it's like you don't need to be really quick. You just need to recognize a few things, and like divergences were really key here. There you have an ascending triangle. So yeah, it's just like recognizing those things and acting on them. Can you tell us some pros and cons for cross? I think cross is good. So cross leverage, he's on about cross margin. Like cross is obviously pretty decent if you just want a really far away liquidation price. Like it's going to use your whole account. So I would say the average trader should use no leverage, no margin. Most people get liquidated because they use like times 50, times 100 trading. I would never do this. Like cross is a good amount of leverage if you know what you're doing. Like cross is sensible to trade on because it's using your whole account. So your liquidation is so far away, you're like never going to get hit. But I would So the pro of using cross leverage is literally that your liquidation is really far away. Well, unless you're obviously using really high margin above that. But let's say you have, I don't know, $100 in your account, and if you go in the trade with $100 and you are on margin of cross, your liquidation is going to be ultra far away. The advantage of using cross is obviously you can trade with a lot more money than you have. So if you have $100, you can times 10 that. But if you lose that trade, you lose $100. Okay, so you're literally risking your whole. So the downside of cross is if you use too much of your margin in cross and you get that trade wrong, you lose everything. You literally lose everything. So yeah, that's the downside of cross. That if you really don't know what you're doing, you're probably going to like literally lose everything. The plus side of cross is that your liquidation is really far away. It gives you a bit more breathing space. But when I use cross, I'm not using like 100 times leverage. I would use cross with maybe like times 1 on times 5, whereas and the reason why I might not use times 5 and I might switch it to cross. Well, I personally never use high leverage. So like, this is not something I'm ever doing because I never use high leverage. I never, ever use high leverage. So, I'm not doing these things on a daily basis. Like my normal trades are times 1 leverage, or the most I'd ever use is like times 5 leverage. So like, yeah, something to bear in mind. But yeah, if you want to use leverage, I would kind of recommend not to use it, at least in the beginning of your career. Maybe if you get a bit more experience and you don't have the money, then you can obviously up the leverage, but just understand cross is going to literally wipe out all of your money if you take a loss. The advantage is the liquidation is far away, but if you get liquidated, you lose everything. That's the downside. And the plus is that you get a pretty far liquidation and you can use a lot more money than what you actually have. That's obviously a negative, or I would say it's a negative, but yeah. So yeah, that's that. Oh man, we have so many in here. Let's see what we say. This is a nice question. When people say take profit, does it mean close your short position or close your short position? So taking profit really means, so let's say you're in let's just use this. Let's say, for example, you shorted $100 at the weekly. What it means is if you're in $100 short, when you reach this support level, it's sensible to maybe take like $25 profit, maybe $25, $50 profit. So you're taking 25 to 50% profits. You might only take $10 profit and take 10%. But what it means is if you're short $100, it means take a percentage of profits here, because otherwise you could be in the situation where you see a really nice trade of your short turn to a really big loss if you actually do bounce it, and you don't want to be in that position. What you can do is short $100, take $25 profit, put your stop loss at entry. If price reverses and you get stopped out, you made money because you took the 25% here. If price reverses and you get stopped to break even, you actually made money on the trade. So that's why you take profits. Really removes the emotion. It really aids you in the medium term. How do you get the footprint? You cannot get the footprints par on TradingView. It's impossible. So that's not available on TradingView, unfortunately. Hi Daniel, thanks for your words at the live. All respects and a little bit of love goes to you. Thank you ever so much. Oh, this is the guy that's done really well. So yeah, really well done, man. Hi Daniel, I am a champion member since a week now and I love the content. Can I buy the new CC cap and hoodie? They're not for sale, unfortunately. They're not for sale. So we're going to be giving them away. So we're going to do some giveaways of the caps and everything in a live stream shortly. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure when, but yeah, they're not for sale actually. They're just going to be given away. So if you get lucky, I suppose if loads of people really want to buy them, then we can put them up for sale. But yeah, there's no plans to sell merch at the moment. But if people really, really, really want it, then I suppose we can sell it. So this guy says that he is becoming impulsive on his trades. not entering correct profits and losses. Wasn't in the mood to trade this afternoon. I do have a question. Do you percentage take profits? Is it the same? No. So I'm not always going to say take 50%. I'm not 100% always going to do 50%. I'm not 100% always going to do 25. It does depend on the context. Like, I do think now is a nice take profit level of maybe like 20. I'd say 20 to 50. What I would personally say, this is because we broke from that ascending triangle. So you did break that ascending triangle. Okay, so we saw this little, this could be like considered your pennant. So you do an impulse, pennant, another impulse. You've actually retested the high. So yeah, I think this is a sensible time, 20-25%. And then you can obviously see if you start to reclaim your higher resistances or not. That would be the key for me, whether you start to reclaim or not. Fortunately, my water is going to go, so I'm going to stay on. Probably do this as the last question, I suppose. Yeah, so I wouldn't say there's always 100% of saying, right, do 100% profits or do 50% profits or do 25%. It is context dependent of how is the bounce going. What's the context of approaching that level? So there's not a 100% way. I wouldn't use the same amount every single time. It's context dependent, basically. But I'd say average would be between, sometimes I'd take 20%, and other times my first take profit will be 80% taking profits. I'm a trader that will always take profits, though. I love to take profits. Is there any Zoom or Skype meetings? No, we don't do Zoom or Skype meetings. Just starting out as contender today, what are the biggest mistakes you see contenders making, and what are the most important concepts to focus on as a beginner? The biggest mistake that I see people making, literally, that come inside of the group, are that they actually come into the group and they start saying when buy, when sell. Whereas the biggest advice if you're coming into the group is literally just go to the learning modules. Go to the learning modules. Start at the beginners. This is free, by the way. If you don't have any money, then the beginners is absolutely free. So this is totally free. Totally free. You got the whole of the beginners tradings course for absolute free. I'd recommend you work your way through the modules. Okay, obviously you can end with the footprint here, which is the most advanced, where you can start to look at these concepts in detail. You obviously have all your timestamps. You have all the information. You know, I'd just recommend you work your way through the content. The biggest mistake I would probably say people make is that they rush. So my biggest mistake is that I see a lot of people make is they rush. They try and do everything in a day. And trading is a marathon. It's not a sprint. If you try and think, I need to be making money tomorrow, then probably you're not going to make money tomorrow. You got to think that this is a long-term process. It is going to take time. There's no way to fast track. You do have to put in time, effort, study time, real world experience. That's the biggest mistake I make, that I see people make, that they come in with the expectation of thinking, I'm going to make money tomorrow. They think it's very easy. Trading is not easy. To be consistent over time, we're talking about consistency. So again, it's not making one lucky trade or more lucky trades or a string of a few lucky trades. It's talking about consistency over the term of a year. So if you want to see your P&L consistently going up over time, that's not going to happen overnight. You cannot be consistent over time. You got to approach this with the right mindset, which is that this is a long-term process. Okay, it's not going to happen overnight. That's the biggest mistake I see people making, that they think that, they think, I'm going to study for 1 month. I'm going to put 3 months to this. And if I'm not profitable in 3 months, I'm going to quit. Well, I'll tell you right now, the majority of people are not going to be profitable after 3 months. Some of the most successful people in the group have started to become profitable after 6 to 12 months. So you can see that literally some of the most profitable people in the group, Igor, Chris, Trader R, Patrick, who we had on the interview the other day, they only became profitable after 6 to 12 months of learning. So if you have the expectation that you're going to become profitable after like 1 to 3 months, you can see how that's very unrealistic, literally very unrealistic. Whereas if you put in the time, the effort, and you approach this of, okay, I'm looking for a year, then that's a little bit more realistic. But I think many people think, I'm going to give it a month, I'm going to give it 2 months, and they think it's going to work. Well, the answer is no. That's the biggest thing that I think people fail. Look at this, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. How was that then? You had your ascending triangle, impulse, pennant, impulse out of it. You even broke and back tested here. So that's a 1 minute time frame pattern playing out. 1 minute time frame, impulse, pennant, break, back test, another move to the upside. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the 1 minute chart. Yeah, people say you can't trade the 1 minute chart, but there you go. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. That's it for this live stream. Obviously, we're at support. We're at support and we're bouncing. You can see it right now. So is it potential that we move up to much higher levels? Absolutely it is. The title of the video was called a massive dump is coming. We were warning you of a massive dump. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? During this video, we saw a 4.5% move to the downside. So we had the massive dump. We have hit our big support level and we're starting to bounce. Please bear that in mind. I mean, what is this? Please bear in mind that we are at our support and we are starting to bounce. Yes, we can go down lower. Obviously, we can start to go lower, but as it stands right now, we are actually getting a very nice bounce underway. We saw the low made, we saw our ascending triangle, we saw the break, we saw the back test, and now we're getting another move to the upside. So it's absolutely possible that we could potentially have made our low during the stream. The massive dump could be over. To have more certainty and probabilities, we'd want to see some levels reclaimed, but yeah, that's what we saw in tonight's live stream. So I hope that was beneficial. As soon as your larger traders started taking profit, that was literally the low. No large traders were taking profit here. As soon as they started to switch, that's where the bounce actually started to occur. You then started to get the bounce occur. You formed your ascending triangle. You broke, back tested, another move to the upside. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the 1 minute chart. Being able to say with a higher degree of certainty that you're at least going to get the bounce underway. Again, this doesn't mean that we're going to get, obviously it doesn't mean we're going to go to 50,000, but it's enough degree of certainty to say you're going to get a bounce because we started to see our positions change. You then get this, which then gives you the more higher degree of certainty that you're going to get that bounce. So, you know, that's what I've taught you through today. I've taught you through the important supports, important resistances. We've seen on the 1 minute chart there how we could have determined that a bounce was going to start. And then obviously if we now start to break down once more, we know the support levels to look for to the downside. If we actually do form a bottom here and we start to move up, we know our targets for the upside. Ladies and gentlemen, remember we were the guys buying the lows at 29,600 while everyone else was bearish. We were the guys warning you of the dump before while everyone else was bullish. And now we've seen live at the time on the 1 minute chart the potential bounce that's going to be starting. When our bigger traders started taking profits, we're starting to get the move back up. We'll have to see how this progresses. If you want my real updates in the time as they're happening, if you want to see the fractal over at Chart Champions, I'm going to wrap this up now. I'm going to say thank you ever so much, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next live stream. Cheers, and have a brilliant weekend. Thank you ever so much, and goodbye.